Look who's back at it again. Thanks for watching my No Song of Healing challenge run. I always wanted to see if I could beat Majora's Mask without the Song of Healing. My challenge run proves that you can. My expert planning and routing paid off, and I was able to pull it off. Now you can expect to see my no damage blindfold run. Sarcasm. Happy Halloween, everyone, and thanks for the support while running through my first randomizer. Now, I know it looked like I knew what I was doing, but I was winging it the whole time. The only experience I have with randomizers was watching others play them, and the half a test run I did a couple days earlier, just to make sure it was possible to beat it. So I don't know if I explained it very well in the video. When you make the randomizer, it generates a seed, and as long as you set it to Weenie Hut Jr. mode, it has a logic to it that makes it beatable. You can also turn off the logic completely, but if you do that, you're probably going to get soft locked like not even before the first dungeon. And I really don't know any fancy tricks, and I'd rather not try streamer mode and have to bomb, hover, or glitch outside the map. I think the run you saw was challenging enough, and not going to lie, there were several times where I thought the run was done. Like when I couldn't find that Deku mask, and it turns out it was in the gold sword spot, or when I had to get the mirror shield or the captain's mask in order to get the next song I needed. Man, these randomizers really make you appreciate every item. Like the Song of Storms, like it only has like one or two functions in the game. The rest of the time you're wondering where the Sun Song's at. Oh well, it's like they say, they threw this game together in like what, a year, and all the reused assets are from Ocarina of Time? Which most of the time that doesn't work, like Tears of the Kingdom kinda pulled that off, but after the new sticker wore off, everyone stopped talking about that game. But Majora's Mask is built different. You got to continue playing as the hero of time, and as an Ocarina of Time fan, I was all for that. I explored Ocarina of Time from one corner to the other. I found the most useless secrets and rubbed it in my brother's faces. Then they tell me mom said it was their turn to play. And back before we got DLC, we just got new games. So they added even more mechanics to this one. And cool features like Link's sheath belt. You can play as any of the other races too. And now time matters. I swear I abused the Sun Song so much in Ocarina of Time. I could just jump 7 years just using that song. I didn't even need the Master Sword. But the time mechanic in Majora's Mask is done so well and still holds up to this day. You have 3 whole days and they're full of events and, well, life. The people of Termina have their routines, and most of the time, if you don't interfere, continue on minding their own business. Until some punk shows up and steals your in-room because he has the same name as you. I still never forgave myself for stealing the room key from the Goron when he was 3 feet away. Being an NPC sucks, but being an NPC in Majora's Mask is a whole nother level of sadistic. Like when I made the Darling couple's day by making them rich, but then I reset time so all the money I lost to them is now gone forever. And have you ever failed Kafei's quest? Like, he just gets stuck in the hideout till the moon lands on him. And so many things happen on night 1. You can't just like neglect them, like saving Grandma and Romani. Can you really live with yourself skipping the day 2 without helping them? Yeah, that's what I thought. Which reminds me, I don't think I've ever done a run where I save everyone and beat all the temples before day 3 ends. Maybe I should do that one day. Anyway, it's really awesome how Majora's Mask accomplished so much with so little. I mean, the story is literally nothing. We never even find out who Majora is, and that's mainly because we're too busy with all the side quests, making sure the mailman can leave his post with honor. And yet, the identity of Majora is not the biggest mystery in this game. In this universe, you kind of become numb to all the mystery, monsters, and curses. Because once you solve one, 2 more pop up. But the ultimate mystery of the game that struck fear into the hearts of many unsuspecting victims still has no answer. And the way you come across this horror is when you find the back rooms of the inn. Yes, the greatest mystery of all of Zelda is who's the guy living in the toilet. If you ask me, I think he's a dead hand. You know, everyone's favorite nightmare from the well. Who else's arm is that freakishly long? Hey, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever made the correlation before that Skyward Sword is a botched version of Majora's Mask. Sorry, I guess I gotta explain myself. In Skyward Sword, they make a joke about the bathroom being haunted, and it turns out to be a ghost hand. Kinda like Majora's Mask, and kinda like Majora's Mask, Skyloft is like the main hub area that you keep returning to after like the 4 main areas, has new events and character quests. I gotta brush up on Skyward Sword. Well, that's a video for another time. Anyway, so I play Majora's Mask because in my opinion, it's the ultimate Halloween game. For starters, the game's centered around wearing masks, and I would argue the game takes place in autumn, but Snowhead confirms it's supposed to be springtime since they're waiting for winter to end. If it weren't for that, I'd argue the game takes place in fall since, the days are 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of nighttime. Oh well, in their world, they're wearing masks and it's a festival, so close enough to Halloween for me. But have you ever imagined that when you put on your Halloween costume, you become that in real life? Sorry, IRL. Come on, we all thought about it once or twice. But what if I became Spider Man when I put on my costume? Or in Link's case, he becomes a fat Goron or an angry god. I'm sold, count me in. Wait, what is that? Why does the moon look like that? And how come nobody in Termina is fazed by this? I mean, in Ocarina of Time, the floating JPEG moon looked normal, so why does the moon look like this? It can't be the real moon, right? But if it wasn't, someone would mention the moon looks different, right? Or maybe it only looks like that to Link, and to everyone else, it looks like the normal moon. Or maybe it's the dark side of the moon from Ocarina of Time. Maybe Termina is literally on the other side of the world and you can see the other side of the moon. Still, I hate it. It's ugly. And it always makes me happy to see it explode in the end. Now, if this game was perfect, the tides at the bay would be affected by the day and how close the moon is to it. Such a shame they missed that detail in a game full of details in a looping 3-day cycle. Or maybe that proves the moon's not the real moon. I guess we'll never know. And does it even matter? No. And that's what I love about this game. I was recently asked by some of my friends which Zelda game was my favorite, and I thought it was Ocarina of Time, but no, it's Majora's Mask, which is weird. It's the least Zelda game in the whole series. No Zelda, no Ganon, and no Triforce. Just Link saving another world that isn't Hyrule, which I didn't know the worlds could borrow Link. Now I'm wondering where he went to next. But yeah, this game is my favorite in the series. It has our established hero who visits another land, which has its own villains and mysteries. Okay, time to get nerdy and talk about the timeline real quick. Since Link is in a constant reincarnation cycle with Zelda and Ganon, what if the land of Termina was supposed to have its own Link? Like, what if he wasn't supposed to be there? Normally there's like a prophecy saying a hero in green is supposed to save the day, but Termina doesn't have that. From what I can tell, it only has cycles of destruction and war. And they have multiple heroes in each region. Yet the humans don't have a hero they speak of, so maybe Link interfered with the natural order of things. The Zelda series seems to have a thing for calamities happening when all its heroes go missing or die, and Termina had no heroes left in it when you got there. If that's the case, then we might have made things a lot worse for Termina. But hey, if their reincarnation trio is missing, then I guess the race in Majora should have balanced things out, right? And that's why I love Majora's Mask. They created a whole new world and threw Link into it, and it totally worked. The mystery, the theories, they just go on and on. Normally mysteries are there that cover up lazy writing and plot holes, but not here. The mysteries of Majora's Mask are meant for the audience to expound on with their imaginations. Like, what I'm trying to say is the mysteries are done so well in this game that the audience is willing to ask more questions and use what knowledge they have to make their best guesses. Some theories make more sense, and some get shot down by the creators. Sorry, 5 stages of grief theorists. You had us going there for a while. I should probably stop now before I turn this video into another game theory video instead of a review one. But I was looking for an excuse to talk about Majora's Mask, and this randomizer was the perfect excuse. And since this is supposed to be a review video, let's do that. Majora's Mask. Story, 5 out of 5. They tell you just enough to keep you wanting more. Gameplay, 3 out of 5. The controls haven't aged well, but the randomizer has great quality of life changes. Graphics, that's not fair. But, the 3DS does have a remake that looks good. Overall, a solid entry for the Zelda series. And thanks to the advent of randomizers, we can relive the glory days of playing these kinds of games all over again. Thanks for stopping by, and please like and subscribe. And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Till next time.